Hey everyone, it's Sam from Raggedy Bits. Welcome back to Waste Not Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week so far. If you see the little live button above here in red, that means you're watching me live. If you don't see that, that means you're watching me on the replay. So don't forget to comment #replay and let me know where you're tuning from. I always love to hear from where you're tuning in from. And I'd like to say a little hello to my friends over on YouTube as well. I'm going to be streaming this live, as a replay over there as well. So I'd like to say hello to them too. All right, so I'm just going to quickly I'm going to quickly rehash what we did last week, 2 weeks ago now for Waste Not Wednesday. We upcycled this little frame that I ended up getting from Temu, and I was a bit disappointed in the outcome of it because it looked like it was an actual frame, but it was just a print. So I ended up decoupaging it with the Raggedy Bits Halloween typography decoupage paper, and we just made this ghost. We added some buttons and this little tag here, and then we added some dried baby's breath, and then we grubbied it all up with a little bit of coffee, and then I just painted on the two little eyes at the top there. So that's what we did last time, which was a lot of fun. And let me know in the comments if you've had a chance to make one, or like you've had a chance to make one as well. I'm running out of room. Because I always love to know if you happen to make something that we make on Waste Not Wednesday. All right, I'm going to quickly jump on and say hi. Hi there, Marie. How you going, lovely? Hi there, Dale. Nice to see you both. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Okay, so I've got a little bunch of goodies. This, I have no idea what it was. What do you guys think this is? I think this might have been, like the bells on the old telephones. I think they sat up on the wall. I think this possibly could be that. I don't know. But it's, I found this in Debbie's Rustique and Chic and Rustique, a little scavenger pile here in the Emporium. And I thought, this might make a cute little pumpkin. And I also, while I've been out thrifting over the last couple of weeks, I came across, this is a little mini little bundt pan. So you probably can guess what we're going to do. We're going to make some little pumpkins. And these I found also while I was out thrifting. So we're going to just turn these into some cute little pumpkins for Halloween. Okay, I think what we might do is make this one a little jack-o'-lantern, but the other two will just turn into pumpkins. So all I've done to prep these is give them a really good wash, and just gotten rid of any, especially on this one, this was pretty grubby and filthy dirty. I've just given it a really good scrub, and we're just going to paint them. Although I'm thinking when we get to this one, I might just leave this one because I love all the tarnished, sorry about the reflection of the mirror, off the light, but I am thinking that we might just leave that as is. We'll see. But first, let's get underway and paint. So I've just got some Dixie Belle Rusty Nail here. I really like this color as a pumpkin. It's not your traditional orange, I guess. It's more of a rusty, sort of burnt orangey sort of color. But I do really like painting all my Halloween stuff. I paint in this color. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a brush. I probably should decanter this because I need to use it for some other projects as well. Ooh, just grab some foil. So is anyone crafting along tonight as we're making these cute little pumpkins? Let me know in the comments what you guys are making, or if you're just sitting back and having a watch or just watching. Just need to give this a bit of a mix. So you can see it's a really beautiful rusty, I'd love a top in this or a dress. In fact, I think I have one. I think. Isn't that bad? I don't even remember what's in my wardrobe anymore. So that's the color of it. It's really, really nice. Hey there, Chris. How you going? Lovely. I hope you're keeping well. All right, so I'm just going to pour this out. And because this is chalk paint, I'm not going to, and we're going on to tin. Normally, like if this was if I was painting this, and I may even be distressing it a little bit, I don't know yet. If you find that you have an adhesion problem, which I know that I'm not because I've painted in tin with the Dixie Belle before, it goes on really nicely. But if you see that you're it starts to spider a little bit, that's where you would have to stop and put on some slick stick. But I have sort of painted with this before onto this metal, these cake tins before, on various other projects, and it's adhered really nicely because it's got that chalky element in it. So you're pretty well much safe to sort of like paint away. And if I was painting with the Fusion, I probably would. So if you are doing this at home and you're just using like an acrylic sort of paint, I would probably recommend that you put some sort of slick stick or an ultra grip down first. We'll see how we go. I might get away with one coat, but we'll see what that looks like when we're done. But it's a really pretty color. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just watching, waiting for your pizza tonight. Is it, Chris? No ice cream, or is that coming later after dessert? Is that for dessert? You're gonna make me hungry. I haven't had lunch today, and I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I will live vicariously through you, Chris, while you're eating your pizza. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I'm getting down into. There's like a little rim. I'm just making sure, oops, that I get my paintbrush all the way down into that. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to paint this one as well. But what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. Should we leave this? Sorry about the shiny bit off the ring light. Should we leave this as is with all the tarnishness? Or should we paint it? Let me know. Hey there, Kathy. How you going, lovely? The Temu handy dandy paintbrushes. Yes. Ice cream later. Good to know, Chris. Good to know. It is a lovely colour, isn't it, Dale? Okay, so I'm just going to do the same again with these little moulds. They're so cute. I was like jumping out of my skin when I saw these at the Salvos the other day. Have you guys noticed here in Australia at the Salvos, I don't know about you guys, wherever you are, but they seem to their prices seem to be becoming a little bit more reasonable, which I think is awesome because I know, you know, back in the day when I used to go thrifting a lot, their prices just all of a sudden went through the roof. But I'm finding with my last little adventures over the last couple of weeks, their prices are really quite nice. They're not expensive, and it's affordable for us people who, you know, like to thrift and upcycle and all that sort of stuff. Not to mention the poor people that, you know, can't afford to buy things at the moment. You know, that's who I worry about the most. Because, I know, I think the last time I went was in winter. This was ages ago. And I noticed the prices of the blankets, and I was like, how, you know, like it was just ridiculous. And I felt really bad. And then that's when I stopped. I just thought there's no point. I'm not going back because it just wasn't feasible for me to, you know, kind of purchase anything and flip it. So I just stopped. But I have started going again. Hey there, Gail. How you going? You say leave it, Dale. Chris says leave it. Not up here. They have gone through the roof. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Chris. I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. I'm finding things are quite, you know, relatively affordable, if that makes sense. Maybe it's making its way up to you, lovely. Maybe it's just yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that's got one coat on, and I do think that it needs a second coat. So I'm going to use my nifty little heat gun and dry them off. Hi there, Louise. Thank you for tuning in. I'll just let, ooh, that didn't get that side. Okay, so I'm going to just let those cool down a little bit before I give the second coat, because otherwise your paint will just like all go all yucky. Our salvos have $2 clothes on Mondays. It's great. Oh, that's good, Gail. That's really good. Boots. What, Chris? Secondhand RM Billion. I don't know what's wrong with my speech tonight. Secondhand RM William boots, $350 at Salvos in Tamworth. You've got to be kidding me. That's insane. Well, they'll be sitting on the shelf for a little while, won't they? Okay. All right, I'm going to fill those. That's just crazy. That's ludicrous. Okay, so that's cooled down now. I'm just going to give them a second coat. Oh, did I forget to get my... I think I did. I might be able to use some tobacco road. I was going to splatter these with some brown paint, and I forgot to get my brown paint. Or maybe, no, that's not it. I think I need to make up like a little trolley for Waste Not Wednesday. So as I'm going through the project in my mind, I can have everything on the trolley and ready to rock and roll. Hey there, Margaret. Hi, Tanya. Chris, I bought my hubby a pair of RM. Like, yes, they are up. They are pricey. I think I bought them for him a couple of years for his birthday. Or was it Christmas? I can't remember. And they are pricey, but I don't know. For second hand, I mean, I don't know. Like, I could be wrong. That's what they might be going for, but that just seems a little bit crazy. Okay, so for those who are just tuning in, this little bunt pan was actually a set that was, I think I just wiped paint all over my face. That was, you know, in IKEA where you get the little baking sets for the kids. This was part of it. I got the whole little set for I think like $3 or something, which was awesome. I don't know how much they are in IKEA, so I could have paid what they are in the shop. I don't know, but it had like a little rolling pin, a little baking tray, 2 of these pans, but one of them was a little bit smaller. I should have pulled it all out to show you what was in it. But I can make things out of everything that's in there, which is kind of cool. And I know, you know, like you guys have probably seen these all over Pinterest, but I just wanted to have a go. I wanted to make these last year, but I just ran out of time. So here we are. We're doing it tonight, a year later. Okay, so I'm going to quickly dry those off. Has anyone made a pumpkin out of a baking pan, a bundt pan? Let me know in the comments. So I can see that I've just missed a little bit there. So I'm just going to touch that up. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to let that cool down. There's just a little bit where I didn't catch it with my brush. So as I was saying, if you were using a paint like a paint at home and you notice that things start to spider and the paint's not adhering properly, that's where I would recommend that you kind of use a bit of either the Dixie Belle Slick Stick or the Fusion Ultra Grip, and that will just add an extra layer between the tin and the paint and help it adhere. Okay. Just get those little bits where I missed it. They're so cute, these little tins. When you see them, you should grab them. Because I thought they could also be used as like these. I know they're not the traditional shaped bell, but you could make their little Christmas bells out of them as well. Okay, all right, so I just put my fingernail in that. Good job, Sam, good job. So I'm going to just put those aside for a little bit. Put that in my water, just to let them settle. And we might work on this little one. So if you're just tuning in, this, I believe, I mean, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think you know what this is. But I think this is, you know, like the old telephones and they had the little bells on the wall. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Do you guys have any idea what it might be? There's like nothing on the inside, which sort of tells me that that might have been where it kind of rang. And I'm just going to leave this tarnished. I'm not going, because I love the tarnishness. Sorry about the reflection off the light. I love that sort of look. So I'm going to turn this one into a jack-o'-lantern, but silver. So we'll see how we go. And I've just cut out on my Cricut, or my silhouette, I should say, a little jack-o'-lantern face out of black vinyl. If you don't have access to a cutter, I know that Temu has really cheapy vinyl cutouts. But the problem is, again, I guess, trying to get the size that's going to fit on the side of this, because it's quite thin. It's not very, the surface area is not very thick. Did I grab? Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm going to put his face on first, and hopefully this all fits properly. Otherwise, we might have to abandon ship. So I'm just going to peel off the backing sheet, and it's left on the transfer sheet. Maybe a lid to a buttered silver dish. Could be. Could be. That's a good idea, Margaret. It could be. Could very well be. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. And hopefully I'm going on straight. Otherwise we're going to have a crooked little jack-o'-lantern. And because it's curved, it's going to, oh, sorry, it's going to scrunch up anyway. Like the vinyl won't, but the transfer paper will. I'm just going to use my little scraper. And then I'm going to peel that off. That's cute. Look how cute that's turned out. Sorry about the, how can I get the, no, that's not going to work. So you're going to have to just bear with me with the light. Sorry about that. It does look like a little bit like a glosh. Okay, so, and I've also just got some, these came off some flowers that I had that were basically just the stems. So I like to keep all the stems, you know, like when you're making something and you pull things apart. So I've just kept the stems and they're kind of already joined together. And I was going to attach that. And I've also got some ribbon and stuff here, but I don't know how much will be able to go on the top of it because I don't want to take away too much. These are Happy Halloween ribbons that I got from Kmart ages ago, a couple of years ago now. Actually, it might have only been last year. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly. But they quite often have some, there's a roll of 3. I feel like we need to add some of the orange if I can get it off the spool. But one's like a trick or treat, Happy Halloween, and then there's a black and white stripe. And I thought we could make a messy bow. If I can get it off. There we go. Okay. That does not want to come off. Right. So let me just have a look. I've also got some Spanish moss here in the green. Where's my, oh, there it is. Just excuse me for a minute. I think we'll use the green on the orange because I think that'll look really cute. This is just the grey Spanish moss. So I was thinking about putting some sort of up underneath the leaves, have the leaves sticking out, and then, I don't know if you guys can see that. Just going to put a little bit around, a bit of hot glue around the top. Stick that on. May need to give it a bit of a haircut. Now I'm just going to stick the leaves on, and then I'll work out what bow we're going to do. So stinking cute. That's what we're looking like so far. How cute is that? So cute. I wish I could hold things straight tonight. Okay, let me just have a little play. I've also got jute here as well. I feel like it needs to be, no, that doesn't work. Maybe black. Also got some calico here. I might end up just doing like a jute bow. You know, like pull off a little bit more. I don't want to make it too big because I don't want to lose the little stalk part. So what's everybody been creating? Let me know. in the comments what you've been busy creating. Just going to wrap a little bit around the center to hold this bow all together. So that's what I'm sort of like I've looped it all around. Thanks, guys. Let's get some scissors. He's not your traditional jack-o'-lantern because obviously he's not orange, but I still think he looks cute. All tarnished and old looking. So that's what it's looking like so far. And I'm just going to see, maybe the leaves are a little bit too big. I don't know. What other bit? I've got some lace here, but I think it's going to be too thick. I don't know what my thin lace is. I've got some thinner lace here. We'll try that. I'm just going to basically tie this around the top. I'm not going to tie it in a bow. I'm just going to tie it in like a little knot, and then I'm going to glue the little bow, jute bow on the front of that, just to lift it a little bit. What do you think, guys? I'll obviously trim it down a little bit. Okay, I think we've got our first little pumpkin done. As always, I'll take a photo of these. Lots of Christmas things and Christmas pig puddings. Oh, for your markets on the weekend. Cool bananas. Cool bananas. Okay, so I will take a photo of these all together so you can have a little look at them. You could even, if you wanted to, make a little tag that says boo, but I think he's probably, we're going to start losing his sweet little face if we start putting any more embellishments on there. So I'm going to put him to one side, and we're going to start working on these two little munchkins. Okay. All right. So I can see where I've just chipped it a little tiny bit with my nail yet again on the side of this bundt pan. The joys of having long nails and trying to craft. They're good tools, but sometimes they're annoying when they get in the way and start chipping off your paint. Okay, so let's work on this little one first. So I thought for this, the little stalk, I've got a little tiny accidental purchase from Temu. I thought these were like big. They're not big, they're tiny. We're gonna use that as the little stalk. How cute is that? And then on this one, we're going to use one of these, which you may have seen me use in other projects for that, which I need to stain. So we might do that one first, and then I might run up and go and get my umber paint so that we can splatter it. Actually, I might see how we go with the Tobacco Road, what that looks like. If it splatters okay, and if not, I might go and get the darker brown so we can see the difference. Okay, I'll do that first. So I've just got a toothbrush. I didn't wet it or anything, and no, I don't use this toothbrush. This is my crafting toothbrush. It's looking a bit special. Okay, and I'm just gonna flick that over. I think I'm gonna have to go and get, because this is like a watery stain. It's a water-based stain. Oh no, there we go. I just didn't have enough on. It's going everywhere on the, I don't know if you guys will be able to pick this up when I hold it up. I love splattering. It's so much fun. Just gonna hold that up so I can get around the sides properly. Might even need a little bit of like a raw silk or a plaster or something just to lighten this up a little bit, because I don't know if you guys can you guys see that? Probably not. Okay, I'm going to just dry that off. Okay, I'm just going to see what adding a little bit of whatever I've got here on the table to a little bit of the Tobacco Road, just to sort of like lighten it up a little bit, because there's not much of a contrast. Oh. Got a little tiny weeny bit here, hopefully that will come out. If not, try this one. Obviously won't need a lot because I'm just going to do the same again. What did I just do with my brush? Just going to pick up a little bit of that brown. And a little bit of the white, and just zhuzh it around with my toothbrush. And then I'm just going to sprinkle again, just to add a little bit more. This one, the little one's got a little bit, the splatter is a little bit more noticeable. But it may not be, you may not be able to pick it up on the camera. Super cute. Okay, I will just dry that off, and then we're going to stain our little, actually while that's, I'll just let that sit for a bit, and then I'm just going to grab a Chuck's cloth and some water. And I'm just going to stain that little stalk that we're going to use on the bigger pumpkin. I'd love to do this in a big, like a big giant bundt pan. Hey there, Belinda. How you going, lovely? I hope you're keeping well. You're behaving yourself down there in Wollongong. Not running too much of a muck. So I'm just dragging the tobacco, making sure that I get the tobacco road right into the little divots, I guess, of the little spindle. And I really need to get this white off my hand because I'm going to drag it all over everything. Okay, so that's what our little stalk is looking like. You've been so busy. Oh, that's right, your new little puppy. Oh, I bet you've been super busy. Okay, all right, I'm going to just make sure that that's all nice and dry before we move on to the next step. Let's get rid of all of this before I blow it everywhere. Exciting. Okay, all right, so I'm going to just hold that up. I don't know if you guys can see the splatter or not, but it just adds a little bit of a dimension to the pumpkin. All right, I'm going to grab some of the green moss, and I'm just going to pop that into the hole, or sort of around, or maybe I will glue that down and then I'll put the Spanish moss around it. So we'll put our little stalk down. I'll make sure I've got it up the right way. Just hold that for a bit. If you find that things don't stick to the metal, then that's where I'd bring out the E6000. Well, my new favorite toy. Have you guys tried the Gorilla? Sorry, I'm going off screen. Have you guys tried the Gorilla epoxy that comes in the syringe? That stuff's amazing. Sticks to anything. Okay, I'm just going to drizzle a tiny bit of glue around the outside just so that it catches some of that moss that we're about to put on. And I'll hold it up so you guys can see. So stinking cute. So cute. We haven't finished yet. The green moss, this I got from Amazon. It's not cheap, but like it's a big bag and it will last you forever. So it's the same brand as this one. It's just, this is called Spanish moss. There's no brand on it, but it's exactly the same. So if you just type in Spanish moss, if you want to screenshot that, it will, it should bring it up, and all the colors. And I just emptied that all over myself. It's such a nice contrast with the orange, this green, I feel. Okay, so now, what did I do with my little, I'm just going to grab my little, I might as well do it all in steps. I'm going to grab my little sewing spool. there too. Oh no, we're not. I also think, Chris, you can get it from Kosh & Co as well, but it is again super expensive. I just get it from Amazon because I get it the next day. It's like super quick. So with most things you get it the next day or a couple of days after, like they're really quick. And you know what it's like, you're in the middle of a project and you want to finish it and you run out of something or need something to finish it off. It's like, oh, I've got to get it now. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick some more green on this little tiny weeny one. This may need a bit of a haircut. So we're in full preparation for the spooktacular market coming up. And I don't know if you guys saw the post that I've had to change tomorrow's online sale that I was going to do. I've actually put my back and neck out and I'm just a little bit behind in schedule. So that's going to now be next week on the 19th. But I'll be sending out a newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter, go and jump over onto my website and join up and you'll be the first to know. Okay, so there we have our little mini pumpkin. It's up to you if you want to put on a little embellishment, a little bow. Let's see what a little jute bow looks like. Should we do the bow? Yes, Chris, I don't know what I've done. It's actually been, it'll be a week tomorrow that I've been in a smidge of pain. I just woke up like it. I think I just slept really awkward and like went to sleep. And yeah, I pinched a nerve which has now gone down, which went down into my back. Like it's much better than it was, but it's still quite painful to sort of move about, which is not good. And I think the bottom part, like my lower back part, is because I've, not moved around, so I've overcompensated and put too much pressure on my back. It's so silly, isn't it? The joys of turning 50, hey? The wheels are falling off. But not great if you're, running a business, because you ain't got time to rest and recuperate, unfortunately. I'm just having a little look through my buttons to see if I can find a sweet little button to put on the front. I'm just going to pull them out. Got a little black one. What did you guys say about the jute bow? Should we put the little jute bow on the front? Oh, that is a little bit ridiculously cute. With a little button? Or should we just leave it as is? So cute. Okay, I'm going to leave that while you guys help me decide what we're going to do with that one. And over on this one, I've got a couple of little gift tags. These are just, your craft gift tags. I just picked these up at the Salvos, actually. They were in a craft bin, so I think they were like 50 cents or something, which was a bargain. They even come complete with their little strings. But you can get really creative. I'm sure you guys have seen them all over Pinterest with what you use as the little stalks. Yes for bow, and the button. I'll stick the bow on. So cute. So cute. These also came, I think there was about 6 of them. So I'm going to paint them all up. I just didn't want to do the same project 6 times for you guys. I just thought we could, you know. But imagine a whole set of these sitting in like a dough bowl or something. How cute. So cute. Okay, so I've got my little tag. I've also got a book page here. And what I'm thinking, just let me clear up this mess. I'm going to cover it in a book page. And please, this is not my idea. Of course, this is what I've seen on good old Pinterest. This is just my little spin on it. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. This is just decoupage that I'm trialing, just having a play around with at the moment. Looking for different things always for the DIY surprise box to use. And I think my brush was a little bit wet from a project earlier today, and this is gonna, so I'm just gonna stick the book page down. Hopefully it's straight over the top. I probably should have removed the jute, but anyway, we'll just roll with it. I'm going to dry that off. Kathy, thank you so much for it's 6:45 a.m. where you are in Canada. It's never too early to watch some craft. I totally agree. I will quite often be still watching you guys in the US and Canada at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Because it's always nice to catch you guys live and all the fun things you guys get up to. So I'm just now using my gator sander, and I'm just going to go carefully around the edge of the tag. I'm not worried if it's going to be a little bit sort of fluffy. Actually, that's not quite dry. So I'm just going to dry that properly. Otherwise, it's going to tear off. I love this thing. The best little tool. Oops, we just tore it a little bit. But that's okay, because we can just decoupage it back down again and no one will know except you and I. I just didn't let that top part of the tag dry properly, but you know what, it just adds to the grunginess. I'm just going to use my scissors just to poke the hole in there. So you can have, I'm going to have, is that stuck? Yes, no. I'm just going to dry that off a little bit. So that's what our little tag's looking like. Adds character. That's right, Kathy. I love your way you think. I love your way you're thinking. I call them crafty bumps. Or they're not, they're just, you know, it's all part of the fun, and you can always fix it. You can always fix it. I'm just going to grab some coffee because I want to grungy this up a little bit. Or you could just use ink if you have some ink in a nice colour. Hopefully this is not going to bleed the newsprint, but we'll see how we go. Just going to sprinkle some coffee over the top and grab my water and spray it. I love the look of the coffee. Just going to use my finger to dab some of that coffee in. Hold that up for you so you can see what it's done. So it's just aged that print a little bit. And then I'm going to dry it off again. Just a really simple way to, you know, sort of, you know, if you're looking for a particular tag that to suit a project and you can't find one, you can always decoupage it. I'm just making that hole a little bit more definite. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. How cool is that? So this little guy is going to go around here, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I maybe have gone a little bit too coffee dyed. Let's see. I was going to stamp the word pumpkin on it using my little typesetting. Let me stamps, but it may be a little bit too dark, but we'll see how we go. The coffee I might have gone a little bit overboard, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to do pumpkin. Let's hope I can spell tonight. P, and get out all the little letters first. P-U-M-P, pump, C-I-N. And I'm just going to use some of the jet black archival ink. Actually, that might not be big enough. I may have to go and grab my bigger stamps. Oh. We'll see how we go. We can always make another tag if it's not, if the type, oh. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go grab my biggest stamps. They may be too big. I don't have them here in my trolley. Just give me 2 seconds. I think these ones are going to be too big. They're too big. These are the ones from Kmart. So we'll just run with the ones that I have, I think. Okay. I may have to make another tag. Actually, you know what I could use, but I don't know where I've put them. They're somewhere in here in the Emporium. The new IOD Apothecary stamps. Yeah, this may be a bit too dark. You're not going to be able to... Can you guys see that? No, I didn't let the K, forget the K, but thank you, Kathy. That's going to just, it's just blending, I think. Do you guys think that? I know how to fix that. I've got an idea. We'll just grab some of this. Yes. Start again. So we can actually see the stamp. P. It's so annoying, isn't it, when you're making something and you leave out a letter. It's like, oh, okay, that doesn't spell that word. Happens all the time to me. So this is just a little bit of calico that I have dyed with coffee. Just chop that little bit off at the end there. Fray it up. So did I spell that right? Yes. You've done that too, Kathy. I've done it more times than I could care to imagine. Actually, it's really funny. When I used to own a restaurant, the staff would always pay out on me because we'd have a menu board out the front, and I actually did it with pumpkin. I called it, like I left the P out. And they'd be like, Sam's been at the board again. I'm like, yeah, okay, so I left the P out. I used to come up with some wild words. I'm just trimming off a little bit. It's a little bit too long for the tag. And we're just going to go straight over the top. How cute is that? So cute. I did it all the time, Kathy. And even guests in the restaurant would be like, who did your board today, Sam? And I'd be like, me? Yep. Just goes to show we're only human. Okay. So that's what our little tag's looking like. And now I'm just going to tie that around my little pumpkin. If I can untwist it. So stinking cute. Oh. There we go, guys. How cute is that? Let's just say I never got a spelling award until... Neither did I, Kathy. Neither did I. Don't worry about it. Us non-spellers can stick together. And it's really bad too because I don't know about you, but you will look at something and it will go, no, that's how you spell it. And then I'm always sending things off to the printer. And then I'll get it and I'll go, that's not right. And will have checked it multiple times. So embarrassing. Okay, so there we have pumpkin number 3. Turned out really cute. And there's pumpkin number 2. And there is pumpkin number... That makes a bell noise. I reckon it's a bell. I really honestly think that that's a bell. And there's our little jack-o'-lantern. So there we go, guys. I will take a photo of these and I'll probably post them on my page tomorrow because it is getting a bit late and I've got to get home and do all the grown-up things. But thank you so much for keeping me company. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you've enjoyed them. You must be in full-blown pumpkin making, all that sort of thing where you are too. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Kathy. Well, please let me know if you end up, sort of making your own little pumpkins. I'd love to see them. Share them over in the Raggedy Bits DIY not the surprise craft box, in the group we have. And yeah, I would love to see yours too. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Big hugs. I'll see you next week for Waste Not Wednesday. And we're going to probably do some more fun Halloween-y, pumpkin-y projects. All right, guys, you take care. Big hugs. Bye.